and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be playing with the brand new Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina collection, new palette, whatever you want to call it. I did end up going ahead and buying the PR package off of the Anastasia Beverly Hills website, mainly just because I really liked the box and I wanted to display it, to be perfectly honest with you. So if you were interested, this is what it looks like on the inside. Really, really pretty. I'm just loving the holographicness. Is this hollow? Maybe not. Anyway, I'm loving the packaging and just how everything's been presented in this. So I just had to go ahead and pick it up. You know what I'm like. So yeah, guys, I do go in pretty hard with this review. I'm just giving you a pre-warning, so you might want to go get a snack or a drink, because yeah, I really do go into detail, especially when it comes down to the cost of this versus other Anastasia Beverly Hills products, etc. So yeah, just be pre-warned. But to start off with, we are of course going to go ahead and do this eye tutorial. So yeah, if you'd like to see how I was able to come up with this look, please, and my overall thoughts on this collection, then please keep on watching. There is so much that we could choose from looking at this palette. Like, I honestly, I'm actually going to struggle with this video today, I honestly think, guys. Like, there's just so many different things I could do with it. I'm kind of, on one hand I want to go like full orange, and then on the other I'm like purple because it's like my favorite color. But first thing that we're going to do is prime our eyes with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. So I still feel like this is fairly new, and this will be my first time using the eye primer as well. So I thought, you know, it made sense to do it when I was using one of their palettes as well. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh my god, woo, okay. I was not anticipating that. Just gonna... So that's very liquidy. Very, very liquidy. All right then. Okay. That's all good. I just wasn't anticipating it to be that way. I don't know. For some reason I thought it would be thicker, but apparently not. Apparently not. And I literally, oh my gosh. I have so much of this on my finger. What a waste. So, FYI guys, if you are going to pick this primer up, be careful. Don't do what I did, because that was stupid. I'm just going to grab, yeah, this will do. I'm just going to grab a brush and even this out a little bit. Oh, I can't believe how liquidy this was. Okay, so once you have the base down, and so far I am enjoying it. I obviously accidentally put way too much on in the beginning, but I blended it out with a brush, and then I just quickly went over it with the sponge as well, just to get off, you know, any excess that may have been sitting there, because the last thing I want is, you know, obviously for it to crease or anything crazy like that. But so far I'm pretty impressed. I really do like the color of this. I think it is a great color, especially for when you're about to put a whole bunch of like really pigmented bright colors on top of it. I think that this is a good shade. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive straight into this palette and see what we can come up with. I am actually kind of nervous, not gonna lie. But I think I have a general idea. It's gonna be a very, very purpley look. So pre-warning to everybody, we're gonna go purple today. So to start off with, I'm going to take the shade B1, which is this beautiful fluorescent purple color just here. Okay, so just picking that up on a blending brush. For reference, guys, this is the Jaclyn Hill's X Morphe brush, JH34. And I'm just going to start to blend this into my crease, take it from my outer corner, and just sort of blend in slowly. Whoa. This is definitely what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be super pigmented, so right off the bat, so far so good. Purples really are some of the hardest shades to formulate, so very excited to see how this palette is going to perform. Just in circular motions, just back and forth. And then bringing it slightly into our inner corner, not too much, and we only want a very light wash of colour towards the inner corner. We want to concentrate the bulk of the colour on the outside at this point. Okay, so from there I'm going to take some A5, this beautiful fluorescent pink shade. So pretty. Now I'm just going to go ahead and use my Morphe X Jeffree Star brush. This is the JS8 brush, and this is a synthetic brush, so I wanted to see, you know, how it worked with synthetic brushes. It should be fine, of course. But I'm just going to go ahead and start to place this, again, slightly above my crease, and just blend it into this beautiful purple and see what we can come up with in the way of a mixed colour, I guess. Definitely looks more pigmented on the camera than in person, but I really do like how these two shades are blending together. It really is such a pretty pink. The amount of Morphe brushes I have is just insane, honestly. So again, gonna go in with a Morphe brush, surprise, surprise. And I think to start with, I'm going to use a shade A3, this one right here. And then I might move into B4, which is this shade just here, if it'll focus. So I'll go from probably A3 and mix it in with B4, I think, just to sort of deepen that outer corner up. And then we're gonna go ahead and cut the crease, of which I'm kind of terrified about, but you know, hopefully it'll be okay. This is just a Morphe M522 brush, just a standard packing brush. Just with tapping motions. Just gonna really pack this color on the outer corner. So from there, to blend it out, I'm just gonna use my Sigma. This is the tapered blending brush, E number 40. And I'm just really gonna work this now. Alright, so we're going to cut the crease now. Again, using the ABH primer. Some that I've got already sitting on the thing that I prepared earlier. And I'm just going to start to place it. This is just a little concealer brush. This is by Morphe again. It's the G20 brush. Just going to place that in my crease. And start to carve this out. Okay, the time has come. I was initially going to put A1 all over my lid, which is this beautiful purple shade. I'll just show you. See that? I just feel like that would go so beautifully. But we're not doing that, no. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and use B3, which is this beautiful sparkly pink shade, this one right here. So pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and put that everywhere where we've just laid down the base and cut the crease. So I'm just gonna use the Fenty, this is just their standard packing brush, to put this all over my lid. It's nice and big, so yes, fingers crossed this is not a complete fail. What if I use my finger? There we go, that's way better. Okay, this is not, honestly, this is not performing how I thought it would. I think it's just too similar to everything else that I've got going on. Okay, I've just picked up D2, so I'll show you what it looks like in a second. It's this beautiful purpley blue color. And I'm just going to start to put this over the top. Okay, this isn't looking too bad. It's not what I initially had hoped for, but that's okay. I'm just going to quickly go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye, just so it's all, you know, the same. Okay, so I think we definitely saved it, I'm hoping. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to dip back into A3, which is the deeper purpley shade, and just sort of redefine this outer corner a little bit. And just sort of blend it all together. Okay, I'm not hating this, but I'm kind of hating it. I don't know. Okay, so from there, what I'm going to do is add some Urban Decay Heavy Metals liner, and what I'm going to do is just pop that where I've done the outside outline of the cut crease. So hopefully this doesn't, you know, make this look any worse than what I currently feel it looks like right now. But anyway, just going to take this from about there, I think, and then just wisp it over. You can kind of see it. Maybe it's just too similar to what I've got going on for it to really show, but it looks pretty, I think. All right, I'm quickly going to go and wipe this bake off, and we're going to do the lower lash line and probably add some liner. I'm not going to lie. Let's do this. Okay, so time for the lower lash line, and honestly, guys, I think I'm just going to take more of A3, which is that darker purple shade, and just start to run that along. Oh, that's so pigmented. Okay. Definitely gonna have to blend this out. Okay guys, I think now I'm just gonna quickly go and add some liner on and some lashes and hope that I start to like this look. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Lashes are on, and you guys are probably noticing that my under eye is looking a little bit different. And that is because I went ahead and pretty much removed all of the colour that I put underneath my eyes along my lower lash line. It was too much, and I think that's what was really throwing this whole look off for me. Since I removed that shadow, I'm much happier with how this is all looking and how it all turned out. Now, I did go ahead and put this in my waterline. So this is just a gel liner by LA Girl, and it is in the shade, can't even read this, Paradise Purple. So I did go ahead and just pop that into my lower lash line or my waterline. And yeah, this is the final look. So guys, let's go ahead and talk about this palette in great detail. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about the pricing, all that good stuff. Okay, so straight up, looking at the palette's overall design, I'm going to tell you I definitely enjoy the packaging. It is definitely giving me Natasha Denona vibes, that is for sure. Now, if I'm going to be super nitpicky, the only thing that I find to be kind of frustrating is the fact that it doesn't have any sort of like lip to open it up. So I feel like it's actually quite, you have to be really quite careful when you open it, because you obviously don't want to bust your nail into any of the shades. So it does have a magnetic close, so I'll just show you. It is magnetic, but to actually open it up, you kind of need to get your fingers into the grooves and very slowly and carefully open it, because if you were to be too rough with it, honestly, I can see nails flying straight into these pans of shadow and you would just totally destroy it. So design point, not the best in that respect, in my opinion. The color scheme, I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think there are quite a lot of purples in here, maybe too many, but look, overall I really do enjoy the overall color scheme of this. I did find that with the mattes, they did work beautifully, but they really took a lot of time to blend out, which I personally am fine with. But do just keep that in mind that, you know, they are purples. Purples are super hard to formulate, and so typically they are going to take a little bit of extra time and effort to blend them out and, you know, get them looking really nice. The other thing that I kind of found to be interesting was the metallics. So you guys saw me struggle with B3, that pink metallic. And then I ended up putting D2. No, is that right? D2? Yes, I ended up putting D2 all over the top of it. So to be honest, if I had have just gone in with D2... Oh, what is going on with my lips? too much like gloss happening. Ugh. If I had just gone in with D2 originally, again, I feel like I would have been far, far happier with the overall look, but that's a lesson for next time. The metallics, they work way better on your finger than when they do picking up on a brush. I will tell you that straight up. I also think that if you were to wet the brush as well, they would perform very, very well, but do just keep in mind that I honestly think that you're going to get your best results using a finger. The names of the shades I think is kind of funny. I did read somewhere online someone being like, oh my god, she was too lazy to name 25 eyeshadows or something like that. Look, for me personally, I don't really care. I think I really like the name of the shades that she came up with. I think it's extremely simple, and you know, for those of us who enjoy making YouTube videos, hands up how many times I have mispronounced a word. Multiple, and probably will continue doing so in the future. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I really didn't mind the names of the palettes. I thought of the palette rather. Sorry, what am I saying? I didn't mind the names of the eyeshadows that she came up with. I actually thought it was kind of clever, and I'm here for it. What can I say? The other thing I'm going to say about the design of this, oh look, there's my new mirror and camera. Hey guys. So the other thing that I really like is the size of this mirror. As you can see, it is gigantic, and I think for travel that is something that is really, really cool. You could literally just set it up on your vanity and get ready. It's a really decently sized mirror. I like it a lot. The other thing as well for travel, I think it would travel just fine because, you know, this is a pretty sturdy case, so I think it would be fine to travel with, which is all very, very good. Now let's look at pricing. As I did let you guys know in my haul video, which if you haven't seen that, I'll link it somewhere up top now for you guys to check out. I did end up purchasing this from the Anastasia Beverly Hills website. The reason for that is because I wanted the PR box that you see in the back here, and I also wanted to use the primer. So obviously I could have bought both those things separately from the Australia Sephora, but I wanted the box to display because I thought it was really pretty, so that's why I spent the extra on it. One thing I thought to be really, really interesting that I wanted to share with you guys, let me just bring this up on the momento. By the way, how cute are my piggies on my phone? They kind of match. I'm just saying, I love them. Alright, I follow an account on Instagram called Makeup Craze, and I will link her details down below if you'd like to check her out as well. But she basically posts about, you know, new release products and gives her very no filtered opinion, which I love, on new releases and just products coming out, and you know, if she's going to buy them and if not, why. Now she did post something very, very interesting about the Norvina palette, just in regards to the pricing of the palette in comparison to the other Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes, and I thought it was quite interesting, and so I am actually going to quote some of this for you guys now. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. So on this palette, each pan in the Pro Pigment palette holds 1.8 grams or 0.06 ounces of pressed color, which is almost 3 times the amount of the product the 14 pan eyeshadow palettes by ABH offer per pan. It's 0.7 grams or 0.02 ounces. So then obviously having a look at pricing, you then have to look at why is Anastasia Beverly Hills selling a 14 color palette that contains a total of 9.8 grams of product of pressed color for $42 US. Yeah, so also then comparing that to this contains 45 grams of product, which is massive. The other thing as well to keep in mind is it's selling for $60 US. So, you know, I think these are really, really fair points when you compare these palettes. There is an $18 difference for a 460% increase in product. That is kind of what I found to be most interesting about this. So yeah, look guys, it is what it is. Go check her out on Instagram. She really has some really fabulous information about new releases coming out, especially, you know, breaking things down and really looking at the nitty-gritty of things. And I think that she makes a really fair point. You know, like this palette obviously is massive. It contains a lot of eyeshadow. A lot of product, I should say. So then when you go ahead and compare that to your Norvina palette as an example, literally, you know, there is no comparison in the way of the amount of product that you get in either, you know, in this one versus this one, and the price point. So at the end of the day, yes, I know this was very much Norvina's, you know, design, everything, but it's still under the Anastasia Beverly Hills umbrella. So therefore the pricing, it just doesn't really add up. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I feel, you know, using them personally, I don't think that it performed differently to the way that my other palettes perform. You know, I think they are very, very comparable, which makes a lot of sense because I, once again, would assume that they're coming from the same factory, etc. I think another thing that would be fair to do is have a look at your already existing collection, especially if you're somebody like me who enjoys collecting eyeshadow palettes or simply is a fan of Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow formula. Have a look at your collection and see whether you do need this. So look guys, honestly, when it comes down to the Australian pricing, if you're going to buy it, I would recommend buying it from Sephora. It is the best priced place for you to pick it up if you live in Australia. I think it's like $101 or $102, something like that. And also too, you can pick up the this guy, the eye primer. So, and also I will just say, because I haven't really talked too much about the eye primer, it is similar to the P. Louise primer or P. Louise base that I use. The difference is with the P. Louise, it is far more thicker. This is more of a runnier consistency, as we discovered when I was putting it on my eyelids for the first time. But I did overall really enjoy it. I think it definitely helped with the pigmentation of the shades. So yes, if you were wondering, I definitely would go ahead and recommend you guys picking this up if you were in the market for a new eye primer. I think it worked beautifully, especially if you're somebody who likes to apply a lot of color. Again, I think this is going to be very advantageous for you. So that's pretty much, well, everything guys. I hope you liked today's video. Overall, look, as I said, it worked for me. I enjoyed it. I would recommend it. So if you are interested, guys, go pick it up. I think it works beautifully. I'm fairly confident this is limited edition. I'm very dubious in saying that because I know a lot of the time, like especially Anastasia Beverly Hills will come out and say something's limited edition and then all of a sudden it's not. And also the name of this, the fact that it's the Norvina collection, the fact that it's classified as volume 1, definitely indicates that there's going to be other palettes to come out. So yeah, obviously keep all of that in mind as well if you are interested and wanting to collect this. And that is everything. Let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you think of this look I was able to come up with and if you'd like me to try anything else with it. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Here is the link. And yeah, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't and you want to. Hit that bell so you're notified when I upload next. I am doing my best to get onto a schedule here on YouTube, so you will be seeing new videos from me every Saturday morning at around 7 AM Australian time. So there you go. Thanks again, guys, for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Mwah. Bye, guys.